Alabasta really feels like the turning point in One Piece. It's not just about pirates and treasure anymore.
Exactly. It's the first time the crew gets pulled into a full-blown war. And it's not their fight, but they still give everything.
And Vivi, her role hits hard. She's royalty, but she's also undercover, in danger, and totally dedicated to her people.
What I love is how conflicted she is. She doesn't want violence, but she's not naive. She knows her kingdom's on the edge.
That moment in Rainbase, when Crocodile reveals everything, you can see how much he's 10 steps ahead.
Crocodile is terrifying. A warlord, a Sand Logia, and the way he uses misinformation to start a civil war? Genius and evil.
And the Straw Hats, one by one, just step up. Zoro cutting steel for the first time? That gave me chills.
Sanji versus Bon Clay, one of the most unexpectedly emotional fights. And it was hilarious too.
Oh yeah, Bon Clay dancing mid-battle and still making you cry? That's peak Oda.
And Nami finally getting her own weapon and taking on Miss Doublefinger. She really earned that win.
Usopp and Chopper versus Mr. Four and Miss Merry Christmas is super underrated. The teamwork, so good.
Totally. Chopper's growth on Drum Island really shows in that fight. He's not just the cute mascot anymore.
Speaking of Drum, we can't skip that flashback with Dr. Hiralook. When do you think a person dies? That line wrecked me.
That whole speech sets the emotional tone for Alabasta. The idea of legacy, of being remembered. It's powerful.
And then there's Luffy. He loses to Crocodile twice. That's rare, but he gets back up every time.
And it's not about pride. He says it straight. I don't care if you're a warlord I'm punching you for Vivi.
That punch where he sends Crocodile flying through the ceiling? That was the emotional payoff.
And after all that, Vivi doesn't join the crew. That broke me.
But the farewell, all the crew raising their arms with the X mark, no words, just loyalty.
It's the kind of moment you don't forget. She was one of them, even if she stayed behind.
What really gets me is that Alabasta shows how war isn't just chaos, it's lies, fear, manipulation.
Crocodile didn't need an army. He needed control over information. That's what sparked everything.
And Vivi was trying to stop a war no one even realized they were already in.
It makes you wonder, what would you do in her place? Would you pretend like she did or fight openly?
I don't know. Going undercover takes guts. But facing your people as a princess might be even harder.
That's what makes her amazing. She gave up the Straw Hats, gave up freedom, chose duty.
Alabasta proved this series could talk about real-world stuff. Loyalty, propaganda, sacrifice.
And still keep the humor, the heart, the wild adventure. That's why it sticks with fans.
So next up is Sky Paya. Floating islands, ancient civilizations, and a god who hears everything.
Can't wait. But Alabasta? That's a saga that stays with you.
Always.